What's up, everybody? It's Caleb with the Stain and Sale Experts podcast. Got a great guest on today to talk about digital marketing. A lot of you guys saw Jacob at our Staining University event, and he was a keynote speaker, got a standing ovation. A bunch of guys were crying. He really touched some folks, so I thought it just made sense to bring him on the show and talk about marketing, talk about business, and then what's going on social media trends for 2022. So, Jacob, welcome to the show, man. Glad you could join us.
Well, thank you, Caleb, man. It's always an honor to be asked to speak anywhere, but it's always an honor to follow you, be friends with you, and just see what you're doing around the world and internet and just crushing it. So I'm honored to have been invited and happy to be here.
Well, we should just do this once a week, man. Get the word out.
But hey, let's do it. I tell you what, you'll win, I'll win. It's I like it. Win-win.
Yeah. So tell us. I guess most people know. So somebody's already said hello. So Jacob, your company is Easy Metrics.
Yep.
What do you guys do? What is your specialty?
Full-scale agency, right? We do everything. We've been a full-scale agency since 2014, and over the years we've done different things. We have online courses someone can go through to learn the skills of digital marketing. We have services where we can just do it for you, from websites. We built your website 5 years ago or whenever. We built that thing forever ago. And so we do everything from websites to email marketing to Google ads to Facebook ads to everything to help. And let me land the plane by saying, to help business owners attract the right prospects to their business, right? We help business owners find more customers. That's it. I think one of the ways you said this before is, hey, we help people, we help make your phone ring. And so that's what we want to be able to do. It's what we've done for the last 8 years. And we've had a lot of fun in the journey.
Yep. I agree. And it has been a journey. And so a lot of people I want to get this off early. Jacob, just like me, he's got a giving heart. And so this is real information we're going to talk about today that can help you. It's not going to be a sales pitch. I'm sure Jacob would be happy to work with anybody who calls, but we're here to give some real information and maybe talk about trends, what's going on. Maybe we talk about what's going on in Ukraine or something. I don't know, but we might go down any rabbit hole. You never know. But those things may pertain to social media, because that whole war is, I think, being there's a lot of social media aspect there. So it just goes to prove how social media is sort of the way forward in a lot of ways. So I just got back from social media marketing world, and I got a whole book full of notes, man.
Nice. I love it. I was jealous I wasn't there with you.
Yeah. So let me pull up. Let's pull up Facebook. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you some stats I got, and you can talk about it.
All right.
So I remember early on, you would give me some stats like, hey, you need to do this. You need to have pictures 960 by 960 because they perform better. You need to do this or that. So I got a couple of things I want you to talk about. The first one, Facebook Reels. Those get 1.9 times higher distribution rate on Facebook. What the heck's a Facebook Reel, and how can we use that for our business?
So I had messaged you, and I don't know if I can say this on live or not, but this is how good Caleb's got it. Facebook selected. So I've been an admin of your Facebook page since probably 2014, 2015. And I'm a Facebook admin of, I don't know, probably 200 different businesses right now. Facebook has hand selected a few of these business pages to monetize their reels, right? So I just want to make fun of Caleb really quick, because not only are reels so popular, Facebook is trying to get into reels, just like Instagram. Reels are very, very popular on Instagram. And I believe YouTube calls them YouTube Shorts, are very popular as well. So this is where I get to call out Caleb. I texted Caleb a screenshot of how much Facebook offered to pay him for reels, because he was one of I got like 200 pages, like 7 of them were selected to be monetized just to be in this bonus. And so you actually can get paid, my friend, you personally, if you start posting reels on your account. And I already set it all up for you too. So those
really, well, we've never done it. We've never got paid for anything. We always had to pay for it. So that's interesting. So why do you think that is? So I know why it is. Facebook has to compete with these new video streaming services like TikTok.
Everything.
These short form videos.
TikTok has to compete with YouTube, has to compete with everything, right? That's why YouTube did shorts.
So they're wanting to incentivize people with a reach.
Creators
to do such as that.
That's exactly correct.
So how can we leverage this? It sounds like, we can get 1.9 times higher distribution.
Yeah.
For the audience that we're looking for instance, if you're a power wash company or you're an accounting company or you're a a manufacturer of paintbrushes, whatever you are, if you do reels, you can get twice the reach.
This is the
So
season, right? And I want to interject and say it's a season. This is going to go away. So I've been doing this full time for 8 years. Caleb, you've been doing it just the same. There was a time where posting quote posters and those 960 images crushed it. And then there was a time where videos crushed it. There was a time when live videos crushed it. Live videos still do really well too.
yep,
Gaming came into it. And when and groups, don't forget the time when groups are still very popular, but there was a time when groups really, really went popular. And so let's talk
yep,
about the season here, right? So Facebook is a marketing platform. They're their own social media universe. Yet when these things come around like reels or groups, they not only are willing to one give you better distribution, free reach, free exposure, going to show your reels to more people, but they're willing to actually pay creators to create that content to push it out because they want to compete, as you said, with the other people out there, TikTok and YouTube Shorts or whatever else. And so I always look back to the groups, what happened with groups. And I remember saying it. I said it from stage. I said it on podcasts. I said it all over the place. Right now, Facebook in that season's over. Facebook was so interested, a marketing platform was so interested in getting people to use groups on their platform that they were running TV advertising and YouTube advertising to convince people to go into groups, right? So they were doing that then. Now they are so interested in you guys using Reels that, as you said, it was 1.9. Is that what you just said? You're going to get that much greater of a reach just by using it. It's free exposure, free reach by you taking a few minutes to create a few seconds into a reel and just get out there and get in front of people. And this is a free season to reach people for free. And it works in every industry. I just got done right before this call talking to a mortgage loan officer. And one of the things I noticed is he's using reels in his business just to show little tips, little facts to get his name out there and getting tens of thousands of views for free just by putting in a little sweat equity.
I love that, man. So if you're a new contractor, whatever, that's awesome. Yeah. And so some people were messaging, just a side note about background noise. Yep, my office is loud. There's 15 people right outside my door here, and we're a lively bunch. So I'm going to try to keep it muted when I can, but that's the way it goes. I said,
we're all just trying to get like you, my friend.
Yeah. So sorry for the background noise, but it's the way it goes. Next thing, man. Text-based Facebook post with a Facebook background also get us like 2 times more reach. And so that's the thing where you just put in, hey, who can mow my grass in this neighborhood, and it's got a flower background created by Facebook or whatever. Those are getting way more interaction. I did a test with it, and it's true. We get a ton more interaction. So how do you think a business can use? Because everybody, or at least me, I thought that's text. Nobody's looking at that, but Facebook actually throws that out in front of people way more. How can we use that to our advantage? That text.
Yeah, and to complement that before saying how to use it for our advantage, Facebook loves it when you're interacting on their platform natively, right? And so something just like that, and I don't know, I think the internet glitched. I'm not sure it's on my side of yours, but hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, cool. So they love when you're on their platform, period. And so when you're creating native content on their platform right now, they are featuring it more, right? And so that type of thing where you're creating the text and then you're choosing your background, whether it's flowers or blue sky or whatever you choose, they're giving you free organic reach just by following their algorithms. And so for the business, you can use it any way you want. I know a great way to use it is for a survey where you can ask a question and see if you can get comments below. If you can get comments on that post or you can get likes on that post, you're going to get even further reach and exposure because the more people that engage with your post, the more organic reach you're going to get. Another way to do it, say you can't think of something creative to put in that, you can just throw out quotes that are relative to your industry, facts that are relative to your industry, something you just learned inside your industry, just to get that free exposure and continue posting content. Caleb, I know only one man on the planet greater than you at posting social media content. I almost said I know nobody greater than you, but one man popped into my mind. You probably know who that man is. Do you know who I'm thinking of? Who probably posts?
Yeah, Grant Cardone
It
sure
is. It is
beats me, man.
absolutely him, dude. I was about to say you're the greatest, but you're the second compared to him, and it might be comparable of posting enough content, right? Enough content, whatever that definition is, of being out there, being present, being exposed. And so you do an amazing job at it, my friend.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that one, because that one I wrote it down.
Yep.
It was important. Another thing it says, a big star beside of it, is Facebook focuses on, they're changing their focus to video, and so to incentivize that, they're giving more reach to video stuff, and so.
Yep.
And it has to be native video. So used to, we would always share a YouTube link on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now what they're saying is, any video that performed well on Facebook, pull it off of Facebook, and or pull it off of YouTube. Any
And
video that
upload it
performed well,
natively.
and upload it natively on YouTube or on Facebook.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, so that's been
Video
the case.
content.
I would say I've been preaching that to the choir since 2015. We've been saying that you have to have native content. Facebook likes it when you play on their platform. But now you also want to play within their dimensions. Dimensions has always been a big thing, and Facebook changes the rules there. And so if you have good video content, and we know that Reels is giving you that more organic reach, if you can not only download that video from YouTube, but splice it up to fit 30-second clips and frame it to fit that vertical frame, whatever that number is, 16 by whatever, if it is, you're going to get more organic reach by simply playing in the realm that they want you to play in. But yeah, absolutely agree.
I like it. So that's and a lot of guys don't have a YouTube channel, but if you do, you can leverage it by taking those old videos that did well, put them on Facebook. So
Yep.
any other quick tip? That's 3 things that I picked up there in San Diego. What else is on your radar? Changes in the YouTube world?
In the YouTube world or the Facebook world?
Facebook. My brain is still in YouTube because I'm looking at a YouTube icon here. Sorry.
No, it's all good. We're still playing in their playground no matter what. And so you nailed it. Reels are the biggest thing. I have been abundantly blessed to partner with a few companies to create Reels for them and collect a little kickback on the monetization. I'm really pushing you into it on this too. You got to do it, my friend, because your page was hand selected. So Reels are still huge, but nothing has ever trumped regular content. I don't care what the content is. So I don't know who's listening to this thing or listening to this as a replay, but regular content still trumps everything. Consistency still trumps everything. Now, Facebook's algorithm changes, and I gave a little bit of this keynote at your conference, but you're playing in their playground, and they can change the rules. But if you're regularly consistent and you play within their terms of service, you're still going to continue to reach more people. But obviously, we can pinpoint the tops. Reels are huge right now. Facebook Lives are still huge right now. Native video uploaded is still huge right now. Original content, high resolution image content is still huge right now. And as you mentioned, you actually taught me something that I'm going to go test. I've done it. I just haven't actually really read the data, which is using the text and then the Facebook image background. I'm going to begin testing that to get some of my own real data. I just haven't tested it on my own. So I'm going to test some of that too for me.
That's just funny how things change, isn't it? Yeah. So what, you got any eyes on other platforms right now?
Not me personally. So I'm still an ad agency, which means we spend a ton of money. Our agency now is managing about $1 million a month in paid advertising on Facebook and about $500,000 a month now on Google Ads. And so we're still a massive paid ad agency. And ironically enough, someone messaged me. I don't know if that's you or who that is, but somebody just messaged me about this.
Not me.
Either way, I see it. Either way, so said, can you be more clear on Reels? Was the text message that just came through for me. And so a reel. So let's go back to that. And then
why don't you drop so let's take a second to say, drop the comments here and we'll see them and we'll answer
chat
them in
here.
real time. Put the chat and then we'll post it up. Put where you are if you're watching. Looks like we got a pretty good crowd. So
and I'll shout this one out. This was Jeff with My Deck Medic. It's so you're reaching people. Jeff texted my phone. You guys all probably heard
Come
the
on,
ding.
Jeff, put it in the group, bro.
And so I don't know where he's streaming this thing at. So the reel, it's when you go to actually post your content. Reels are video content. So you need to personally create it, being when you're on the job. So if I'm talking to contractors, that's what he is, right? And you work with a lot of contractors. This is your before video, your after video, your client testimonial. Or if you're addicted to Reels like most millennials, figure out what's trending, which is these dances. Like if you go look at like Shaq on Instagram or Facebook, Shaq, the basketball player, is following the trends and getting millions and millions of views. And I'm sure he's being compensated, but just by doing the dumb dances and just getting free exposure. So a reel, let me just define a reel. Is that all right, Caleb? So when you go to post on Facebook, either from mobile or desktop, there you can choose, is it a photo, is it a video, or is it live, or is it a reel, right? There's an option. You can actually choose the word reel. A reel is a new feed on Facebook. It has its own feed, just like Facebook Watch has its own feed. The timeline has its feed. And so when you post a reel, the quick definition is it's a vertical based video that's 30 seconds or less, right? That's the easiest way to define that. And then you can get into trends and different music background overlays to get you out there and get you more exposure. But 30-second videos, and in the contractor space, if you ever want an example of what to do in the contractor space, follow Caleb Roth, because they crush it. But for your videos, you could literally just do a before video, an after video, put some cool music on it, music background on it, and post it. And there's your reel.
So yeah, I just went in and looked at it while you were describing that. I've never looked at Reels. Looks like it's pretty much TikTok.
Yeah, it is. It's
TikTok. If you know how to do TikTok, that's what a reel is.
Yep. So, yeah, Caleb, so either way, we got to talk later to get you doing some reels.
Let's talk about that later, because I'm all interested. I know right now on TikTok we got like 16 million views.
Wow. Yeah. So whatever
over the last quarter.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But I don't even know how that even works or how that happens. So it's something I don't fully understand. So here we got a question.
Hey guys, for today I'm introducing.
Sorry, I had a reel pop up on my own.
Would that me live on a deck, but using reel instead of live? So I think what they're trying to say, I'm guessing that this is Jeff. If this is Jeff, let us know, because we just see Facebook user. So instead of going live on a project, would you do a reel instead? I think the reels are not live though. Those are
you have to post them. Yeah, reels take some sweat equity, right? You actually have to film it, upload it, splice it, add the background music. You know, I was watching a Gen Z do this on TikTok, where she filmed herself creating a TikTok, and how she created this 30-second TikTok in like a minute. Whereas some of the reels for me, and I'm a millennial, some of these reels for me take me 30 minutes to create a 30-second reel.
Yeah.
So it's also finding that person on your team who can help you with it, because that is a hands-on, in-person. Somebody has to be there with you to do it. But yes, you're filming the video before. Hey guys, this is what it looks like before. And then you're filming the video after. Hey, this is what it looks like done. Then you can upload that directly to Facebook, and you can edit it on Facebook, where you splice it together, and then you add the music overlay directly in Facebook. You can make all of those edits. But you need somebody who's tech savvy, good with the phone, and can get that done, or learn it on your own.
No, that makes perfect sense. What about
I'd be doing it?
Yeah, looks like we're going to jump into it and give it a shot and see how it goes. What do you think is coming with this whole metaverse thing? Because obviously Facebook's changed their name to Meta, and then there was a lot of talk about the all NFT, crypto, metaverse, and Web 3.0, and then the big companies that are having digital office space now, like that's like a video game. You go in and there's a digital office, and there's people dressed up like dinosaurs, and people that look like themselves, and people that what's up with that?
It's absolutely the next thing. Now, I want to preface everything on this topic to say I'm not an expert. We'd almost be wise to bring on William Willoughby for it, because he's been crushing it in the space. Jeff, no, Easy Metrics, my company, cannot help businesses, cannot help service-based businesses with reels. It's just not a service we offer at this time. I don't think it's something we're ever going to be able to offer. The things that we do offer are still the quote posters, and if you have videos, we can help get those uploaded, but we're not a video-based agency. So we do reels with some of the clients, but they're more motivational quotes, and so it makes it easier.
Content creation's tough. You pretty much got to be there doing it. I mean, that's
content creation
the thing about it.
Service-based businesses, you got to just have somebody there. And and that's the only way to make that work. So switching a little bit to the metaverse there, it is the next thing, right? You know this, Caleb. We talk about. I buy a ton of. I'm in crypto. I'm in everything. I own NFTs. I own everything, right? And I don't own any property in the metaverse just yet, but it is something that's big, and I think virtual events is going to be huge for the event industry. And if you're in the type of business where you understand the benefit of getting massive exposure and in front of a lot of people, then I think you need to be doing due diligence on the metaverse. For a B2C type company, I don't yet know in my mind how it's going to directly benefit you, but I do know you can buy up space in there, you can get exposure in there. I believe being in front of people in general is huge. And we know right now the metaverse is attracting a ton of eyeballs, a ton of attention. And so if you want more eyeballs on your business, if you want more attention, start looking into it. So that's about what I have to say in that realm.
Yeah. So yeah, Web 3.0, metaverse, all of these things. It sounds crazy, right? But here's the deal. Here's the thing that really stood out to me, because the classes I took at this, I listened to keynote speeches and I did everything Web 3.0 and TikTok because I don't understand those things. I wanted to learn those. And so one thing that really stood out to me was this thing called halo portation. So it's like a holograph.
Yep.
And so, like on Star Wars, when Obi-Wan Kenobi like shows up and he's there and he's talking, you can do that. And so, for instance, me and you could build a room somewhere or whatever, and we could say, hey, we're going to have the biggest conference for the XYZ in the metaverse right here, and people from all over could literally be there, and it would be like we're there. And they even make things now where you can digitally shake hands and you can feel the other person, which is crazy. But how cool would it be to once a month, once a week or whatever, have a room, go sit in a room full of mentors, sit in a room full of people and, colleagues in your industry or whatever. And I think that's really interesting, particularly if we want to do business overseas, right? If you can't be there,
I absolutely agree.
What's better than Zoom? Well, better than Zoom is we're standing in the room looking at each other in the eyes. And I know it's crazy to think about that, but that's pretty
all this stuff is forthcoming and here, actually not even forthcoming. Some of this stuff is here. Some of the stuff that we're talking about is here and possible. And one of my favorite quotes of all time is, "It's only hard until you learn it." And some of it, it's just a matter of digging and learning how to get involved with it and actually doing it and getting your hands dirty. Because some of the things you're talking about right now are here, from the in-person gatherings, to in-person events, to it's all coming. So concerts and just different things that are taking place in the metaverse.
Yeah, I heard about somebody going to a concert and how big a deal it was to go to a concert. But at the end of the day, if you've ever been to a real concert, it's probably no comparison. But
I'm curious. I wasn't there, so I can't give my feedback. I think I agree with you, but
you can't feel it in your heart like you can. But maybe you can if you get the right headphones. So that's interesting. Yeah. So the metaverse is here, but it still seems very far off. But at the same time, I think nobody wants to wake up and the train has already left the station, right? So interesting. So any final thoughts on trends of social media in 2022, 23, 24?
No, it's still sticking. I'm still one that I believe keep it simple and sticking to the basics of creating a great offer, knowing who your ideal target audience is, speaking directly to them with the right offer and the right message, and getting directly in front of them. Nothing beats that. And so I love keeping it simple. I think playing in the different playgrounds, and there's a lot of playgrounds out there. And when I say playground, I mean social media platform. Choosing the right playground for your business, right? If you're on Facebook, that's typically going to be an older demographic. If you're on Instagram, it's a younger demographic. If you're on TikTok, it's an even younger demographic. But knowing where your ideal customers are, creating the right content for that playground. Caleb taught me some things today on what's even, I guess, going viral on Facebook, being the post the text and then just choose the Facebook background. I hadn't really learned that yet. It makes total sense to me why that would work. But then also Reels, using what's available in those platforms. And again, right offer to the right people at the right time. Keep it simple. Speak directly to them. And I think it's Donald Miller who gets the quote of, they should know what they're doing. Your prospects should know who you are and what you do based off of the content in a very fast manner, whether they're coming to your website, whether they're viewing you on social media. they should always be able to identify who you are and what you're about. And so keep it simple and keep it clean.
I like it, man. That's awesome. So chances are, if you're watching this right now, you probably have not subscribed to us. So do us both a favor and subscribe to this channel, because we're going to keep it coming. You know, we're fired up about it. So we're going to keep this stuff coming. So where can people find out about you?
So my website is easymetrics.com, letter E, letter Z, metrics.com. I have 1 million followers on Facebook. If you ever want to follow my motivation and ministry page, just look for Jacob Salem on Facebook and I'll pop up. But Easy Metrics, there's a typo there in the metrics.com. It's easymetrics.com. But either way, I'd love to serve you guys, answer any questions that come up in business or marketing at all. I'm a marketing nerd. I'm a data nerd. I'm a paid advertising nerd. We spend a ton of money on Facebook ads, a ton of money on Google ads, and would love to help you if it's ever a good fit.
Yeah, man, it is, I think. So I'm excited about that. So subscribe to the channel. Check out Jacob at easymetrics.com. And obviously we got to pay the bills here. So check out realgoodstain.com. If you're a stain contractor, power wash contractor, fence contractor, we make the stuff that you need. We should be friends. Realgoodstain.com. Jacob, thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it.
Grateful. Thank you so much for the time.
End it right here, man. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you listening.